What's going on, everybody? This is Raven Scar, and welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, today is the tour of the ZooLittles Aquatic Zoo. This is the 5th zoo in the ZooLittles series, and this has been a really fun build. I'm excited to show you guys. I have to say, with this whole aquatic DLC, all the pieces and all the foliage and all the animals, it really makes it feel like a whole different game sometimes. But I want to go and grab somebody. Get into Tejicam. Alright. So, when we start off here, I built the guest spawners into these little rock walls here, these little rock caves. Just wanted a way to hide them, give it something interesting. But we come across the bridge here, and the first thing you notice, besides the entrance building, is the little lake here. The cool thing about this is the Dwarf Caymans, their main habitat is on this side, which we'll get to here later, connected to the Cayman Lake Cafe. But they can swim up under the bridge here, so as you come in you get to see the animals. The Zoopedia says you can only have 2, male and a female, but I have all the sandbox options on, so we can have as many as we want in here. So I think I have maybe 12, 13, something like that. I built a custom lighthouse. I thought about using the lighthouse that came with the aquatic pack, one of the blueprints that Frontier put together. But I wanted to give it a shot and see if I could build my own. So we used the new faux rock pieces, the rectangle pieces, and made a base with the fences and everything else you'd find. It also has a light up there. It's too bad we can't make the light spin. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, for a little bit of realism, I guess, I put the little dock here with the ladder, and whoever's a lighthouse keeper, I guess, they can jump on the boat and get over to the dock over here. But the Caymans, they can get up here, they can crawl up on this, and like I said, they can go up under the bridge, and this is their main part of their habitat where their enrichment items are. So we got a little custom fence here going around. And then we'll come up to the main building where you can get your tickets and information. This is just for show. It's like a facade. There's really nothing up there. I was trying to give it a little bit of a... like if you went to a restaurant that was seafood based, this is something you might see. We come in. This is the actual... where you scan your tickets to get in. Guests can come over and sit down, eat under these shades. And then come over here and check this out. This is a good view, especially over here. Of course, this isn't safe, but it's a good place to see the crocodiles. I'm sorry, the caimans. It's a better look at the lighthouse. I did use a few blueprints that Frontier made in this zoo because I thought they were really cool and I really wanted to show them off. I think that it's important to show those types of things off. They work really hard. Developers do on making those blueprints. So. Come in, you can see we got this big glass tower. This wasn't originally going to be a place for guests to sit down. It was going to be for some gift items and stuff, but decided to be pretty cool to have them like that. I guess you'd have to get lucky to be able to get that seat, especially if the park is busy. Of course, it's closed, so we got VIP access. But here we are as a sign of ZooLittles Aquatic. And we come in and we got a very small gift shop with the seating area over here in the corner. These gift shop items are from Bork off the Steam Workshop. They're really, really cool. I really like them. I especially like this one right here. How you made the little these sides here. Very, very well made. And then you can come over here and you can got your 2 gift shops over here. I wanted this to be a little simple. Oh yeah, we got the skylight here. Forgot about the skylight almost, but I wanted it to be simple. I want the main focus to be the animals, not the buildings. We come in and we have our small eatery, our little diner. The thing that I have to say that I think Frontier might have missed out on an opportunity here is to give us some seafood restaurants. You know, to kind of give it that aquatic feel, like a shrimp bar, or you can get you a fish sandwich or something like that. And we got our bathrooms here. It's a little bit of a small area, but like I've said in previous zoo tours, you know, I don't want the bulk of the zoo to be all about the entrance. I want it to be mainly focused on the animals and the habitats. We got a cool little fountain over here. Really, me just trying to figure out how to you know, cover up some or fill in some space and stuff like that. And I was thinking about copying that over, but I decided no, I'll just go ahead and put a little foliage area over here. It's pretty nice. Use some of the new foliage from the Aquatic pack. Well, some of the foliage came with the update, so it was free. But there are some pieces that came with the Aquatic pack. We come out here. You got the two entrances. Whoops. Got your two entrances. You can come in through here to the gift shop, or here straight into the diner. And we come in, and this is the main part of the zoo. And the first thing you're going to come to is the otters, and which I like to call Otter Bay. It's a pretty neat little exhibit. There's only about, I think, maybe 5 or 6 otters in here. Over here we got our staff center as well. And the staff center, as usual, I always have a staff center or a staff lounge strictly for all the staff members that work in the entrance part of the zoo. So all of the sorry if you can hear that in the background. The cat decides that when it's time to record, it's time to annoy. So, but yeah, we got the staff center for all the staff that work up here. So that goes for the vendors, caretakers, and security guards, and the staff entrance here into the gift shop. Again, I'm sorry. The cat is just cat's being a cat. But we got our staff entrance here to the otter habitat, and you can come look. We got our speakers. Got these. These are probably one of the coolest Zoopedia frames, or the TV frames that we have in the game. Those are so cool. And they got one for the penguins too. It's a shame that we didn't get one for each animal, but it makes sense. I would have preferred that maybe without the otter being here, we could just have this as a tropical like education board, and the other one to be more of like an icy one, or like the tundra version. Yeah, you get a good view of the otters over here swimming around. You can get a good view of them on the docks. Got a dock over here. This dock is, again, one of the blueprints that Frontier has provided us. And this right here is actually one of my favorite blueprints, this shelter over here. I'm going to attempt in the future to build one similar to this on my own. But, I mean, how cool is that? I mean, that's literally one of the coolest shelters I've ever seen. Let's go ahead and take a walk in here. So, we start out with a very tropical. If you noticed in the front, the entrance is a little bit tropical. So, the majority of the zoo in this front half is all tropical. And then we'll get to the harbor over here where, you know, everything changes. Foliage changes, just the way it feels. Colder. We got our sign in the back, Otter Bay. One thing I've noticed about this pack, which, again, I don't want you to think that I'm dogging on it or anything. It's just, there's a lot of bugs that need to be fixed. The otters especially like to swim, and when they're in their swim animation, they can swim right through walls, right through rocks. Doesn't happen too often. And there's also a spot over here, I think it might be this area right here, where they can jump up and escape through here, and then they escape outside of the zoo boundaries. So I find that interesting. Here they are, sleeping away on their food tray. So come over here, and we also have some underwater viewing for the otters, along with a platform up above here to look. And this is also a place where I'll try to put a education point, the animal talks up here, but for some reason, if I put it up here and put it downstairs, it doesn't work. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't. But we got some of the base planters from the end game, and just another seating area with some vending machines, with the palm thatch roof, and we got some custom framing up here. You get a good view of the sign and a good view of the animals from up above when they're swimming around. And down below, we have the underwater viewing. Got a cool little planter up here to cover up some of that dead space. We come down, and we got a very, very detailed habitat. Use the new mural pieces on the bottom here, and the bamboo on the top. And this is where our talks happen. So you can come up here and you can listen to them talk and get a good view. The sun really makes it hard to see what's going on in there, but we'll come back through and we'll go out of Tejicam and take a look. We got somebody coming. Where's he at? Right up there at the top. Now, something I noticed about these otters is they don't dive as much as the rest of the animals in the pack do. I don't know if that's just my game, if that's just a bug. But yeah, what I wanted out of this viewing area, especially for the underwater viewing, is I didn't want you to be able to see the level of the water. I want you to be completely submerged under the water. So I think I achieved that pretty well. Also got some custom framing with the bamboo to continue that tropical feel. They are from South America, if I'm not mistaken. So notice I got a little piece sticking out there, but that's okay. Used up some of the statues over here in this part. Plenty of education. Try to make education that's relevant, like climate change and poaching, and destruction of habitat and all that stuff. So come up, and the next thing you'll come to, before we go to the Cayman Lake Cafe, we will go over here to the Aquatic Veterinary Center. This one, be honest, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on, because I feel like staff facilities is not something that people, play Planet Zoo or watch a video for. I mean, the majority of players anyway. I'm sure a lot of people like every aspect, like me. I love every aspect of the game. But I don't want to spend too much time on this kind of stuff, because I know people they really care about the animals, and they really want to see what's up with the animals and all that stuff. But also, this is an important part, even in Sandbox, to have in your zoo, is the staff facilities. And despite not needing a research center or a workshop, I put them in anyway because it makes the zoo feel full, and I think the zoo looks much better that way. But yes, we just got a little bit of a little fountain over here with the Aquatic Veterinary sign, some basic builds, some basic buildings to house everything, and I think it turned out pretty well. And when we come over on this way, we also have this again, some dead space that I needed to fill, so filled it up with this little planter area where it lets you know that the seals are this way, otters are this way. But we come in, we got a fountain on the left, and on the right we got the Cayman Lake Cafe sign. Changed up the colors of the benches and the bins to kind of give it a different feel. Lots and lots of foliage. But I'm very proud of this sign. I think it came out really well, and there's also some caimans hidden around in there somewhere. Yeah, we got one right there. Right there and right there. And then this is me using the new pieces, waterfall pieces, and I think they look fantastic. And covered this up with some rocks, like little pebbles and some foliage and stuff. And before we go inside, you can come over here and some more seating areas to eat. And also we got the education point for the caimans with a custom cover. I do these types of covers a lot, but I really love these fabric pieces. I think they're perfect for this. They're not meant for this, but they're perfect for it. We come up, get your education point, learn all about the caimans from the educator, and get a good look at them. And of course, they like to spend most of the time over here. I noticed that I forgot to bring those down there. But anyway, we use the stair pieces, the rocks that look like the little steps. We use those to get up to the top here. I wanted to give it a really tropical feel with lots of sand, and we'll get a good look at that when we come over on the other side. And yes, the water is it's not really deep enough for them to dive, but I wasn't planning on ever having a underwater viewing point for these animals. I wanted to focus more on the otters, the penguins, and the seals for that. So then we come in and we got the Cayman Lake Cafe, a little mixture of stone, wood, lots of stone, lots of wood. We come in, and this is where our Diamondback Terrapin is. Probably one of the coolest exhibit animals we got so far. Before we go to that, though, I want to come over and show you the bathrooms. We got a bathroom on each side. And then we got this custom little overhang here with the lights. And we got fries, hamburgers, and sodas. Same on this side, bathroom on the side as well. And I wanted a big open space, lots of space to roam around in, and plus I wanted this in the middle. These are really cool. I swear, these cats will not leave me alone. Didn't have nothing to do with me all day, and now all of a sudden when I'm on the computer, that's when they want to have something to do with me. These are really cool. So much detail on these things too. I mean, look at that. That is incredible detail. We got 8 of them in here, I believe. So they're hiding around somewhere. For such a small exhibit, they're really hard to find sometimes. There's one right there, the corner. But yeah, just a custom little. Almost built this whole thing out of stone, sort of like how the blueprints look, but I went with something a little different. Yeah, we got the here we got these custom beams going across with the lights on them, and we have 3 exits. So we got coming from the other side, and this side you come out. This just goes back around to the entrance. I wanted to block this off so you couldn't see the caimans. If not, people will stand here and block traffic trying to get through. But we come up, and this is where we come to the little bit of a I don't know what people call them, terraces, I guess, or something. But we also have another area over here to view the caimans, and we get a good view with them with the their feeding trays. And I really like this. I recommend it to other players when you're building is taking these little pebbles and kind of burying them in with the trees. It kind of gives it that beach feel, which is kind of what I was going for. At one point, I actually had a crocodile in here. I thought it'd be cool to have a big crocodile swimming around in here, but he's too big and he can barely fit through any of these places, and I really didn't want to go through and try to figure out how to make everything fit, because the only way to do that, I would have to remove most of the rocks and most of the foliage. I mean, these right here in general, the hitbox on these are ridiculous. These should not really have a hitbox. It should be right on the edge there, but nope, they stick out like halfway through here. I kind of hope Frontier kind of works on that a little bit, you know, in time, because some of the objects in this game, the hitboxes are ridiculous. I'll actually show you another example when we get to the seals. But over here we got some staff sections to get over to the caimans. And this goes over to the harbor, which we'll go and look. You can get a little glimpse there of the penguins getting fed. But this right here is one of the bathroom blueprint buildings that comes with the aquatic pack that Frontier made. I thought it was great. Again, this build, I really wanted to focus on the animals, so we went with some blueprints for the bathrooms. I mean, they're just bathrooms, right? I didn't feel the need to spend time building bathrooms at the time, when I think, again, like I've said a million times already, people care about the animals, and that's what they want to see the most of. Animals and habitats. You know, I make exceptions, of course, with this kind of stuff, because this, to me, this cafe is a feature in itself. It's a feature to showcase the caimans. But we got these raised flower beds here. Put the mulch in there. Again, going back to the cafe. Another little nice little area to sit and eat your meals. And then we come over here to this side, and we got our ice cream cafe, or ice cream parlor. Again, this is a blueprint that was provided by Frontier. All I did was grab the blueprint, I added the shops in, added the words, and then added the ice cream sign, added the shop signs to give it my own little bit of a little bit of my own to it, I guess you could say. Again, changed up the colors of the bins, benches, and picnic tables to match the little area over here. And as you can see, I really wanted to block this area off, right? So I didn't want you to really be able to see too much what was going on in here. So I put these walls up, mainly because this is a completely different section of the zoo. It's completely cut off, you know. As you can see, the foliage is different. Just everything about it, it feels different. But yes, this is the harbor, and the harbor is where we get to see the seals and the penguins. And hopefully in the future we'll have a lot more than just those. So we'll start with going this way. And we have the penguins, king penguins. I know that a lot of people say you shouldn't put the foliage in because they don't really need the foliage, they don't really have the foliage, but I just can't help myself. I mean, I feel like just these little bit of couple of trees and some foliage on the ground and some bushes and stuff, it really adds to it. I think it makes it look a lot better. It kind of gives it some color, I guess you could say, because right now we're just looking at grays and whites, and it just looks so much better. But took advantage of the mural pieces over here and put them all the way around. along on this side with some of the rocks sticking out to kind of give it a natural feel. We got our big, huge cave system over here for the penguins to lay in. I guess they're going to fight or play or something. But yeah, just a couple trees. Get a good view of the penguins swimming around. Got some dock pieces. Got the rubber duckies. And also, this viewing area also has the custom pieces up here with the fabric pieces. I just turned them blue. There are planters on the side. Over here is the staff entrance, the penguin habitat. And also, you can't really tell from this angle, but this base on this is custom. And then we got our animal talks. And a point over here where everybody can sit down with some penguin pieces up on the walls here to watch the animal talk. We won't be seeing it too much because the zoo is closed, but if I'm not mistaken, the educators still do the talks even when no one's in the zoo. So, and over here we have our underwater viewing we'll get to in just a second. So we come through though, we have our staff section over here, and this is what I call the bait shop. And really all it is the staff lounge and 2 keeper sets, one for the seals, one for the penguins. My ultimate goal was to make sure that the keepers' gates, the gates of the habitats, were over here in these corners, so everything is, you know, over here. But as you can see in some of the videos, some of the speed builds, especially with the penguin one, I had a lot of issues getting this path in because I dug all this out down here for the underwater viewing. It was horrible. So I just kept it that way. I just left it like this, and the keepers have to walk all the way around, but I don't get any complaints from the animals about it. So when we come down, you come down either side. Over here we got our king penguins. Over here we got our gray seals. Come down, and here's our... So this is a good example of the lighting. So in the otter habitat, the lighting is ruining the fact that you can't see in through the glass. But over here you get perfect view, just enough. And man, these penguins do love to dive. I got this here, their little underwater feeder. It's beautiful. I really enjoy putting these habitats together, especially now that we can really decorate the underwater. We can really decorate the floor, the bed of the ponds and lakes and bodies of water with foliage that's appropriate, and these rock pieces and these fake tree trunk pieces and stuff. I mean, they really showed up on this. It's awesome. And then we got a little seating area. I am stuck. Okay, that was weird. And then we got a little I can't think of the words, but it's like a little diorama, I guess you could say. Is that what they call them? So again, didn't add any foliage on this piece though, because despite the fact that the habitat does have some foliage in it, it's not something that you see with penguins. I mean, penguins usually don't have that much foliage around them. I mean, usually it's all barren where they're at. So we'll come back down here in just a second. We'll go and check out the gray seals first, the top part of their habitat. Same little concept. We got some custom boards over here because the penguin education boards didn't match very well. So I went with these neat little education frames. Looks like maybe they used old wood from some of the old harbor buildings and built a little frame out of it. And then we got our education point. Same thing, but without the fabric. It's a place for the guests to sit down and watch the show. The habitat gate over here. And as you can see, I tried my best to make it look interesting, but this is probably my favorite habitat I've built in this zoo. I really love the idea of it's like you're on the docks of a harbor, and all the seals are kind of overrun the place. And as you can see, we'll go inside and take a better look. Again, this isn't really anything that's supposed to mean anything. It's just I wanted to use some of the foliage that, I wanted to use all the foliage that we got with the aquatic pack. So, and plus these little snowball bush looking things are really cool. If you come up, we got the dock you see. Apparently I can't walk on that. As you can see, the dock or the ground is kind of I don't know, eroded into the docks. We got the foliage growing through. Same thing with over here. We got pieces where the foliage is growing through the docks. Thought that was a nice little touch. Kind of gives it some realism, I guess you could say. But we got some buildings. We just got like a basic storage area, and this area is like for storage. But this is where the the seals can come in and sleep. They don't come in here very often, but they do sometimes. So when I was talking about earlier, and we had the hitboxes that surround a building piece in the game, this is a good example. This piece over here is like part when you type in mural. When searching for pieces, this is one of the pieces that comes up. It's just like a little wood fence frame thing. And that was originally what the door was going to be made out of, the sliding door. And you'll see that if you've seen the speed build for the seal habitat, you've seen what I'm talking about. But I had it, and I had it like really cool looking, and it fit this area very well. But it doesn't matter how far I brought it over. The hitbox surrounding it was like double the size of the piece. It was ridiculous, and I couldn't use it. Anytime I tried to use it, it couldn't get in. So I went with this Arctic door piece, and honestly, that was the fact that I didn't put some detail on it or anything like that was just it's mainly me being frustrated with the game. You know, I didn't understand why it was doing that. I'm hoping that Frontier will fix it eventually. Again, I'm not dogging on the game. I'm just saying that I feel like there's a lot of things the game could really use to make it much more fun. Playable, you know. But again, we just got some of these buildings here, these waterfront buildings. We've got some blue ones, got a little nice, some of them have these nice little overhangs. I also went ahead and put some little bit of planters, got some benches, bins, and all I did was put a piece of path through here, placed all this stuff down, and then removed the path. So it's not actually usable, but it kind of gives it that feeling of that it was once used. It's too bad that I should have used the other bench that I think it's the bench that comes out like a teal color, like that's the original color of it, and it has that weathered look to it. I really should have used that because the whole point of this was to have a little weathered effect to it. But I think it came out pretty well. Plus we got the overgrowing foliage coming up on the top here. A good way to hide all this back here. Alright, let's get out of here. There's one nice view. And let's get to the underwater viewing the seals. So come this way, and I had the same idea for the inside. Gives you an idea of like a storefront. With these buildings, of course they're facades, they're fake. There's nothing behind them. But I think it has a pretty cool feel to it, you know, it's some character. And same thing with this. I'm actually really proud of how this one came out. I used the water piece. And of course, you just have to pretend that there's like a place under here where all the water goes to and it gets recycled up through. And we got like the little mini dock with the storefront in the background and using the statues and stuff. So, came out pretty cool. Nothing special on the ceilings or anything. And then we got the underwater viewing for the seals. I know now after I put these tropical plants in, they probably don't fit very well, but that's okay. We'll just pretend they're something else. This is a really cool view, though. Okay, so the penguins has a better view because of the light. This one has a little bit more light. Not as much as the otter one, though, but you can still get a great view of the penguin, or the seals, sorry. It's awesome. Probably one of the best animated animals in the game. The way they flop around on land and they flop around like, I don't know, chunky boys. But when they get up in the water, they're so graceful. It's awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, like I said, it's a quick tour. It was just a way to showcase some of the new pieces, foliage, everything there is to have about everything that came with the Aquatic pack and the update is all here. I tried my very best to make it a little bit more unique. Like I said, as you notice, the foliage is different compared to when you come over here. You got a very tropical feel to it, and here you got the I don't know how else to. I guess the more temperate feel to it. So came out pretty well. Pretty happy with it. Again, constant problem. It happens a lot here. And it happens a lot down here, although I have noticed that it hasn't been happening as much since the tour. But here, Happens a lot over there. There it is. See? It's, well, okay, well, they just got stuck on each other. Yeah, I'm hoping... I've reported the bug several times. I feel like everybody's game is different, right? So, this time, on this file, they're getting stuck here. The next time, they won't get stuck here. They'll get stuck somewhere else. I'm not sure what's going on. I have a feeling it has something to do with the AI of the staff members within the coding of the game. I don't know much about coding of games, but that's the only thing I can think of. Top out of Tejicam here. Get a bird's eye view of everything. As you can see, this whole thing here is the Cayman habitat. Over here we got the lighthouse that I had built. I think it came out pretty well. I really like the idea of using this stone on the bottom. I haven't seen anybody do it yet, but I'm sure that people have. I just haven't seen it. You know, I watch a lot of other YouTubers. A lot. But it's hard to keep up with everybody. I mean, I'm 100 videos deep in backlog trying to catch up with everybody's stuff. So, for any other YouTubers out there that are watching this, I do watch your stuff. I almost guarantee it. It just takes me a while, so I might get to it a couple weeks later. Just depends. In hindsight, I wish I would have done something a little bit different with the entrance building here. My original plan when I started this was to have a big glass structure. I wanted it to be a lot of glass and use this white wood paneling pieces here. But instead I went with this. I really wanted to incorporate some kind of tower or some kind of, I forget what you call these things, but these little round pieces on the building. So, to be fair, I didn't have a lot of plans for this zoo when the Aquatic Pack was announced. You got to understand that my ZooLittles series, I've had the ZooLittles, all the zoos that I'll be building, I have them all planned out months and months in advance. So, now that I'm done with ZooLittles Aquatic, I can move on to the next one. And before I forget, the next one will be, what the theme of it will be revealed at the end of this video. So after this video, stay tuned for a little 10-second clip to reveal what the next zoo in the ZooLittles series is. But I've had that stuff planned for months. Almost the entire zoo has been planned out. This, on the other hand, was not, because I didn't have special access or early access to the Aquatic Pack, so I had no idea it was coming. I found out when the majority of everyone else found out. So, excuse me, I had to take a drink. My mouth is completely dry. So, this honestly got built as I went along. So, originally when I built this area right here, it wasn't until after I completed the entire section and put this part over here and everything that I realized I can take the Caymans and have them, their entire habitat, all this area. You know, this whole area right here. I can make it their habitat. That way when guests are walking over the bridge when they're coming into the zoo, they immediately get to look at some animals. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. By the way, these weeping willow trees, my new favorite tree in the game. Incredible. I love them. And I hope that maybe we'll get some more variants someday or some different species of the willow tree, because there are plenty out there. It is my dream to have a willow tree in my backyard one day. So I just love them that much. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a quicker look at the Cayman habitat here. They got all this area over here, and like I said, they come right up to the thing. It's probably not very safe. They can probably slip right through that, but that's okay. It's a game, right? But yeah, you get plenty of good looks at the Caymans. They really love this area over here, and I mean, look how, to me, that just looks so natural, the way they move wherever they want, and I feel like in reality, this is what it would be like. You know, it's just they're kind of almost free roaming through the zoo. So, also underneath the water, we do have a little bit of foliage and everything to kind of give it, because you can see it from above. So I figured, what the hell, might as well put some foliage in there. All right, over here, look at the again. Look at this. I mean, this little shelter here is it's so cool. I just can't think of stuff like this. I mean, I can't. I can think of similar stuff, but that's awesome. Alright, we'll get over here and look at the, and here is the giant otter habitat. Whoops. Nothing special. Feet are ready, so it's deep enough. So, I know a lot of people ask, you know, how deep do the water has to be? I mean, I don't even think it needs to be this deep, but I wanted to go as deep as possible. One thing I do, something that helps me kind of, I guess, navigate or figure out how deep it's going to be, is the stairs, right? So the stairs here in the pathways, or here in paths, when you go to here, 4 meters. If I'm not mistaken, that means that when you create stairs, the incline is 4 meters. So I believe that I did this 3 times. So that would be, actually I think I might have only done it twice. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Okay, I did it twice. Sorry. So yeah, so that is 8 meters deep. And the otters, for instance. Oh, where's it at? It actually says their space isn't right. So it says that their area navigable water depth isn't correct, but I don't see how that is. It's saying that it's not deep enough. But I've seen them dive like several times. So I don't know if something happened with the game. I don't know what's going on. But I've seen them dive. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, in the cinematics, after I built this habitat, they were diving. So who knows? Whatever. I'm hoping that it's something that Frontier's going to fix very, very soon. I know they just got back from their holidays, and, you know, I don't want them to rush or anything, but, man, it's been rough. Despite how much fun I've had building this zoo, this might be my second favorite. Australia, ZooLittles Australia is still my favorite. I don't know, I had so much fun building that one. This one probably is my second, and if it's not my second, then it's definitely tied for first. So, let me get a better look at the Cayman Cafe over here. I got the glass roof. Also, something else I've noticed, I've also reported it to Frontier as well, is right here in these little pieces, these corner pieces. So you got your corner pieces, same with this. Okay. I think, yeah, that one can change. Okay, so it's this piece right here. You can only change slate color 1, 2, and 3. But on this one, you can change the painted wood color. You see what I'm saying? So now you got wood, and then you have to go to white because they forgot to add the color change to that. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. But I mean, if you don't look at it too much, you don't really notice it. So it's not too big of a deal. So yeah, once again, blueprint from Frontier. Blueprint from Frontier. Please, I don't think anyone should ever feel ashamed of using blueprints. Even other people's blueprints from the workshop. I just want to throw that out there. I mean, could I have built my own? Absolutely. I have confidence in myself that I can build anything. Excuse me. I can build anything that I want. Alright? So can everybody else. But a good example would be these pieces right here. These gift shop pieces. So you got people like Plastic Swans, Skylala, Bork, Bobson. Those are 4 people that come to my mind that have used their gift shop accessories before. I couldn't do a better job than this. Maybe, I guess, I could have, but no, I doubt it. I mean, look at these. These are incredible. Don't be ashamed to use this stuff. You're not required to give people credit because the workshop, if you put something in the workshop, you're making it to where anybody can use it. If you don't want somebody to use your blueprints, you don't put it on the workshop, right? So you don't necessarily have to give credit, but I mean, it's pretty respectful, right? I mean, I'm not going to take credit for anybody else's work. So I don't think anybody else should. But that's just my personal opinion. So, I love these. I wish we had signs like this for the rest of the animals in the game. I wish every animal had at least one sign and statue. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I mean, we'll get that stuff with each and every new animal pack that comes out. But yeah, I hope that everyone gets the tropical vibe from this place. And then when they transition over, I hope that the transition's good, right? I only use the new pathing for this area because it doesn't really fit anywhere else. Even if I don't know, I like the path, but it's very unique to a specific style of zoo. You know, like you can't build an African safari and have this path. You could use this path, which to me gives a boardwalk type feeling, but you could still use it. it still would work, but this, no, it wouldn't work. One thing I would like to see in the future, I doubt anybody from Frontier is listening, but one thing I would like to see in the future is paths that can be recolored, right? So I want to be able to change the color of this boardwalk path to maybe a darker brown, because I like this texture better than the other wooden path. Maybe this, I can turn it to like a green, and then maybe it would match the tropical area. You see what I mean? Like just little things like that. But anyway, I'm a little bit, I'm ranting a little. But we'll get a better look at the penguins over here real quick, and we'll get a better peek from the underwater. Again, their little cave under here. They love it. These penguins are so cool. I mean, look at the detail on that. Pause it real quick. Look at that. That is incredible. Frontier, they're killing it. If they weren't ever considered a AAA game developer before, they should be considered one now. I mean, look at that. I mean, just look at the detail on the feet. Wow, look at that. That is incredible. The fur, I mean, holy crap. That is awesome. I would love to see more penguin species in the future, right? I think that'd be pretty cool. Multiple different species. I mean, we got multiple bears, multiple big cats. I mean, we even got 2 species of elephants. So I would like to see multiple species of each animal. So even like the giraffe, we got the reticulated giraffe in the game, but there's also a few other species of giraffe. I forgot what they're called, but you know, over here I got this little area over here where I wanted to look like the foliage is growing off the rocks here. You know, when I think about it, I should have added a little bit of mulch. Just sink in some mulch, just a little bit right here in these spots, to kind of give it that feel of the ground coming through. There you go. It's a good view. Oh, that's a play. Yeah, they love it. Look at that. That is so cool. Sometimes, though, like I was saying before, they'll glitch, and I don't know if they get stuck in this animation or what, but they'll just swim right through that wall there, or they'll swim through this wall, and they'll end up here on the path. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fixed eventually, but if anybody's like me, it's not that I'm impatient. I love the game that much, right? I love the game that much that I just want it to be perfect, because I don't ever want to stop playing this. There's the custom wall I was talking about, like the base to this. Awesome. Well, that's pretty much it, folks. I hope you really enjoyed this series. I hope that the ZooLittles series is something that really makes people happy. I mean, not to toot my own horn or anything, but ZooLittles, that's such a clever name. My wife helped me come up with it. It's obviously a pun on Dr. Dolittle, but it has the word little in it, and we're making miniature zoos. So I thought it was perfect. If I could, I'd patent it so nobody else can take it, because that's how proud I am of it. So yeah, again, this is the 5th zoo in the ZooLittles series. The first one was South America, then we did the Arctic. Those 2 were done before I started YouTube. Then we had Africa, Australia, and now Aquatic. And the next one will be coming up the Friday after this video is posts. So this video will post on a Friday. The following Friday, the new ZooLittles zoo will start from there. And again, stay tuned after to get a teaser. Or it's not really a teaser. You're not going to see anything. All it is just like a little title card to show what the next one's going to be about. I hope people get excited about it. Before I get off here, again, I just want to say thank you for all the support that everyone has given me. Everything's growing a little bit. It's going way too fast for what I expected it to ever be. I mean, we're talking, I think I'm at 119 subscribers at the time of recording this video. That's in roughly 5 months now. I can't believe it. I was expecting at this point in time to still only be maybe at like 50 subscribers at max, if that. You know, I started a Discord channel and went from having a few members 4 or 5 members who were, I consider, close friends before I started doing the YouTube channel. And, overnight it seemed like I think we're at like 23 members. And it's so active sometimes I feel like I can't keep up with it, but it's stressful for me because I don't want people to not be happy. I want people to be happy, not just in my Discord, but also in other people's Discords and just with the game in general. And I want to help inspire people, even though I don't build the greatest stuff. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the greatest builder out here, because I am far from it. I'm probably bottom of the totem pole there when it comes to the skills of the builders, but I just want to help inspire people. I want to help people. I want to help people learn how to play the game. I'm not an expert or anything, but I do got like 1,200 hours into it, and I've experienced a lot of the bugs and different things that I've learned ways to fix or to get around. So please, there is a link in the description if you want to join the Discord server. It's a safe place to be, just like the majority of all other Planet Zoo community Discords. They're all safe to be. It's not toxic, and I hope that it will continue to be a safe place. And I just want everyone to have fun and get to know people. Like I said, for me, it's all about meeting people that are like-minded, that love Planet Zoo as much as I do. Planet games in general, simulation games in general. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it does help me out. And it also lets you alert you when I post new videos, which at this point we're going from 4 videos a week to 5 videos a week, and I'm going to try to keep that up. Videos probably maybe even 6 videos a week. So might be some weeks we'll have 6 videos a week, so Monday through Saturday. I'll probably never post anything on Sunday, but there's a possibility that if there's a random game that comes out that we want to try, which, by the way, there is a channel on the Discord, on my Discord, for suggestions, and if you want to see me play a game, let me know and I'll look into it. Here soon we'll have a franchise zoo coming up. It's like a community based franchise zoo. So they voted on, I chose the biome, the Discord server, everyone on there chose the continent, and they're going to choose the name of the zoo. They're going to vote on them. If you want to be a part of that, if you want to suggest animals and maybe build something to place into the franchise zoo, feel free to join the Discord so you can suggest that, and I'll be happy to look into it. And again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks for the likes, the comments, all of the above. I really appreciate it. I hope my raspy voice isn't too annoying. My country voice isn't too annoying. I have a very strong country accent, apparently. And I hope my commentary is just getting better in general. It's not easy for me to do. So I appreciate everyone's support for that. But I'll stop rambling. Thank you for clicking on the video and taking a look at it. I hope you enjoyed this zoo as much as I did. And take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.